Welcome to Release Your Potential Now with Jane, your weekly dose of energy, wisdom, and healing, where we explore how energy shapes your life and how you can shift it to thrive in every area physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Each week, we'll dive into practical tools, real-world examples, and quantum energy perspectives to help you stay positive, navigate challenges, and reclaim your personal power. Whether you're dealing with stress, seeking balance, or curious about the energetic world around you, this is your space for insight, growth, and transformation.
This everyone, and welcome back to Release Your Potential Now with Jane. I'm Jane Phillips, your host. And if you want to find more about me, you can go to transformationtalkradio.com or my website, janecphillips.com. But now this week's episode is focused on clearing blocks to abundance and releasing the energy that is holding you back. But first, if you joined me last week, you know we started off March with a conversation about luck and how we can actually shift our own energy to start attracting more of it. I shared 3 practical tips that you can start using right away, and I'm going to recap those here. Pick one that feels easy for you. If you weren't here last week, this will be new, but no need to do all 3. They're just ideas. So here's the recap. The first tip was just to shift your perspective. And what I recommend is just start your day by setting a focus on having positive situations come your way. That's one tip that you can try in the morning. Another one is to keep a luck list, and this is a little more focused. So every night, just write down one thing that went your way, big or small. And the more you notice positive things, the more positivity you attract. So you put out positive energy, you attract more positive. You might consider journaling about a difficult or traumatic event. I journal when I'm feeling stuck, and it often will give me some insights on what's really going on. Like if I wake up this week, which I did with a headache, and after I journaled, I figured out what was going on and it went away. But for example, you might think about something challenging you've been through recently and ask yourself, did anything good come from it? You might find that you never are totally unlucky. You're just not trained to notice the luck within a situation.
Tricks and tools.
And the third thing that I offered, tip, was to act on your intuition. And not everybody feels like they're intuitive or psychic or whatever that is. But if you get a gut or an intuitive hit, it just feels like it's coming from outside you, that you need to do something. Treat these hits as an experiment. And even if you don't, try and go into it. Follow the gut feeling. And treat them as an experiment, because you may initially think, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to this party. I don't like big crowds, and that would be me. But if you really feel like it's something you should do, treat it as an experiment and see what happens, what you learn from it. You'll at least get some information if you learn that this is something you never want to do again. Now you know for sure. You've got the information, and it'll inform what you do in the future. So it's still a learning. And last week I shared a little personal story about a kind of major fall accident that I had. So if you want to hear more about that and how I reframed it, because it was not pleasant, you'll have to go back to my episode on March 4th last week, and you can hear that story. It's pretty interesting. So, all right, let's move forward onto our theme of clearing blocks to abundance. So I want you to think about this. What blocks you from receiving good luck and abundance? And you don't necessarily know that. So let's take a moment for you to define, what does abundance look like for you? It's a big word, it's overarching. So here's some examples to ponder about what abundance might look like for you. Financial ease and abundance is one way. A lot of people think abundance is all about money, but it's about a lot of other things too. So financial ease and abundance might be being able to cover your needs financially without stress, or pay for a new car, or a house, or your child's education, or something more that has to do with money. The other thing to think about for abundance is abundant health. So when we're not healthy, just every other need kind of flies out the window because we don't feel well. So if you're looking for abundance in the terms of health, you want your body perhaps to feel strong and supported. You want to feel mentally, physically, and emotionally strong, healthy, calm, and at peace. Those are things that might go with abundant health. You don't have to encompass all of them, but are there things there that you would like more of? Another piece of abundance might be fulfilling relationships. So you have friends and partners who uplift and support you. And this is both professionally and personally. And I can speak from experience as an empath that I don't have like a lot of friends that really support me at the level that really feeds me well abundantly. I have a couple, and that is plenty for what I need. Now, you may be somebody who needs quite a few friends to support you because of how you're wired. I'm just wired for less. So don't think that if you only have one person that really appreciates you and can support you as you're going through life, that that's a bad thing. It might be just exactly what you need. And the last one around abundance is thinking about meaningful opportunities. So work that lights you up, unexpected doors opening up. What kind of abundance do you want around meaningful opportunities? So we're going to do a little exercise to kind of get you tuned into how you operate. So just take a minute, and if you don't have a piece of paper and a pen or something to write with, I'll just give you 10, 15 seconds here, and go grab something to write with and a pen or pencil, and I'll wait. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to start writing down things that would make you feel abundant. If you don't know what it is you want, how can you expect to get it? So write down things that would make you feel abundant financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Don't think you can't have it. Just take time to notice what you really want. And we'll expand upon this later. It's sometimes difficult to figure out what it is you actually want. So just throw down whatever you want to on paper, and start writing it down. This is a place for you to start when we're off this podcast today. So you'll have some notes that can help you move forward. Again, think it doesn't always have to be financially. You may need support in other areas of your life. Something popped in my mind. You may need a babysitter and are having trouble finding one, or you may need a ride somewhere. And that might make you feel more abundant and supported if you could figure out somebody to call. And the other piece about abundance here is that sometimes we can't just sit and wait. Sometimes we have to be a little bit proactive. So to reach out and ask for support from people, even though it feels kind of scary. I've done that sometimes myself. And sometimes I don't get what I would hope for, but I got more information about what I need anyway, and took another avenue to create things. So we're going to pause here, and you can keep writing as we talk, but what is blocking you from achieving what you desire? What do you think is blocking you? So, for example, you could have old emotional energy, like trauma, resentment, fear, limiting beliefs. We all have a lot of that, or vows that you made in this lifetime or a past life. And I have something that is an interesting thought that a lot of us have that's out there. It's everywhere. It's the favorite saying, it's better to give than to receive. And when that happens, it prevents you and I from asking for help or assistance, if you don't like the word help. So giving and receiving is a cycle. And so if you're the person that will only give, you're going to wear out. And then if you're never able to receive, you're preventing somebody from being able to give to you because you're going, no, 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 I'm fine. And you keep trying to overgive, which wears you out. And so you don't allow the cycle to complete within your life. So something to think about, if that is a belief of yours that you constantly have to give and that you're not allowing yourself to receive gifts that people give you, you're blocking your abundance. So, and this blocks you from taking advantage of the good that comes your way. So all of these things and more can block the abundance that's coming in. So, for example, maybe someone told you growing up that money is the root of all evil. Or maybe you made a vow of poverty as a monk or a nun in another lifetime. And nobody thinks about that. I have been a monk, I've been a nun, I've been in religious orders many times. And you made that vow of poverty and you thought that was then, I was a monk. And now you're in this lifetime and you're not. Maybe you're a business person running your own podcast, whatever you're doing. And you embraced poverty in another lifetime. And that gets you in trouble. Maybe this time you experienced or were told in another life that love always leads to hurt. So you can't have good relationships because you're going to be hurt. And you prove it through your life experiences. So these experiences of loss made your body, or it's stored within you in your physical cellular memory. These experiences made you say that going in the direction that you want to go toward love, toward wealth, all of those things, that it's hopeless. Nothing is ever going to change. And so it doesn't. So you keep recreating these unhappy experiences. If you're aware of any of these beliefs that are holding you back, the proof, you have proof, is based upon past experiences that validate it for you. So your life experiences validate things not going well for you in whatever area that is for you. And so that does not make what's happened in the past not true, but what it does, it allows you to project that same energy into the future. And the future is potential that you can change, potential to have different life experiences if you understand that the proof you have in the past that life does not treat you well in whatever area is there. You don't have to continue with that proof. You can start creating proof that you are being supported, that you do have loving relationships available to you, all of that. So when you think about receiving, this is a quick question for you. When you think about receiving something really good, more ease in your life, more love, maybe a surprise opportunity, how does your body respond? Because this is going to give you the information, some information. So do you feel open or does it tighten up a little bit? And that response is an energetic clue. So I'm going to have you take that piece of paper and pen and take another 2 minutes and write down some of your beliefs that are non-supportive, but nonetheless are true for you. I'm not saying they're not true. So far, they're true. But you want to be aware of the things that are non-supportive, because if you're not aware, it's pretty hard to change. So take a couple minutes to journal on that piece of paper the things that are true for you, but not supportive, because these can be changed, and recognizing them is a step toward healing. So non-supportive beliefs are, I'm not good enough. I can't ever do this. I'm too afraid. Somebody doesn't love me. My parents weren't kind to me when I was a kid. I was bullied. So therefore, I'm going to always not be treated well. There are all of these things that I deal with with my clients that are very non-supportive, but are absolutely true. And it's important that these things come to light so that you're aware of them. So just take a little bit of time here and write down some of your beliefs that are non-supportive. And I'm not going to call them negative beliefs because that puts negativity on you. It's just non-supportive. It's things that life has offered for you that is not allowing you to move forward. It's keeping you stuck. So while you're doing that, I'd like to just put a little plug in for how I work to give you a little bit of an idea of how I help people. There's a lot you can do on your own, by the way. But if some of this is resonating with you and you'd like help identifying and clearing the deeper energy blocks in your life, I invite you that you could book a private session with me. And then you can learn more about how I work and schedule a 20-minute free consultation. So you can email me through janecphillips.com. And whether it's emotional pain, physical discomfort, or just an old trauma, you don't have to carry it alone. In fact, those events the trauma from it can be released. The event doesn't disappear, but the hook on you does. So why not? And what I do, by the way, is not therapy. It's quantum energy healing work that removes the limiting thought patterns that are holding you back and are stored within your cellular memory. And once they're removed from the cellular memory, you no longer are affected by it. And that can be a pretty quick thing in an hour session. But anyway, I wanted you to know that I can help with these if you have things that you're really stuck with. So let's talk about how to start clearing this energy so abundance can reach you. So I'm going to have you put your feet on the ground and just imagine that, and I'm going to have you close your eyes. And of course, if you're driving, don't be doing this. This will be for later in the replay. So take a moment, close your eyes, and put your feet in the ground. And we're going to ground you so that you're really solid so you can do this visualization. Imagine that you have roots growing out of your feet and going all the way down into the center of the earth and wrapping around a big stone. It can be whatever it looks like. It can be a crystal for you. It can be a stone. It can be whatever it's made of. It can be up to you. And once it goes down and you've let your roots go down and wrap around this crystal, then you're going to allow the roots to come back up and go around each foot and allow it to pull you gently and firmly back into the earth to ground you. And if you feel like it's too tight, just loosen it up a little bit. And then the second place to go is once you're grounded, you're just going to imagine running your energy up. There's a large tree behind you, all the way to the top of the tree, and then coming down and totally connecting you through your head and into your body. Thank you. All right. And then you're going to bring to mind something you'd like to receive more of. Maybe it's financial freedom, loving a relationship, or simply more peace in your day. And when you feel tension in your body, just loosen that and breathe into it. And you might even say, I'm releasing anything blocking me from receiving. And you'll be able to, after this podcast, maybe use some affirmations. So I have each morning, this is another tip. Just take 2 minutes to ask yourself, what energy do I want to carry into my day? And set your intention to have good energy. And choose to allow yourself to receive abundance easily. And if you find it brings up emotion, then write down what it is and you can work on it. Luck and abundance aren't something that just happens to you. They're something you align with. So if you'd like more tools or support, visit me, janecphillips.com, to either book a session or just explore what's possible. Thanks for being here today. And next week, I'm talking about the spring equinox and how to align with the season of new beginnings. That'll be Tuesday, March 18th at 12:30 Pacific time and 3:30 Eastern time. Until then, keep noticing and releasing. I'm Jane Phillips, and this has been Release Your Potential Now with Jane.
You've been listening to Release Your Potential Now with Jane, your weekly dose of energy wisdom and healing. Tune in on Transformation Talk Radio to unlock the power of energy healing and transform your life one insight at a time. Share this episode with a friend who's feeling stuck and might benefit from a little extra support on their journey. Together, we can create a ripple effect of healing and positivity, empowering individuals to live healthier, more joyful lives. Are you ready to gain control of your life and health? Then visit janecphillips.com to book a session, join a workshop, or explore how energy wisdom can help you heal and thrive.